Hey, I'm Eric. I'm listening to 100 albums in 100 days. For all the details on what I'm doing and why, check out the video pinned to my profile. Today I listened to the 1986 album The Way It Is from Bruce Hornsby and the Range. I have never listened to a Bruce Hornsby album straight through. I know 4 or 5 songs from Mr. Hornsby and the band. But in the 80s, this wasn't even on my radar to listen to, other than when I saw, I think there was a video for Mandolin Rain, or for The Way It Is. There was a video for that, and I heard the songs on the radio, but this was just never on my radar because it was just so vastly different from what I was listening to at the time. I read today that when it first came out, it was marketed to the New Age crowd and the New Age market, and which just kind of is the weirdest thing in the world. That if that's where it was marketed to, how did those songs get on the radio on MTV? That just blows my mind. But when their first single started picking up traction, and they started, and the next one came out, they repackaged the album with a new album cover and remixed several of the songs. So they would be more, I guess, top 40 oriented because of the success it was having. So I just found that interesting. I think I've mentioned in a couple of previous videos that in the mid 90s I listened to a lot of CCM and Christian music, and the production on this album and the musicianship on this album really reminds me of that. Just the sound, the really tight, flat production. No one person or instrument is pushed out in front of the others in the production. It's just really tight and smooth. And I don't want to, the only word that comes to mind when I think of that, and this is going to sound worse than what it really means, but it's just very boring and safe. And that's the only words I can think of when I think of the way the album sounds. Great album. I enjoy listening to it. I listened to it all afternoon today while I was working. Had it on in the background. Just put it on a loop and let it play. Great songs. I love the way he plays piano. I love his voice. Band is uber talented, but it just is very very safe, almost antiseptic, if I can call it that. Aside from Mandolin Rain and The Way It Is, I liked On the Western Skyline and The Wild Frontier. Those are 2 more upbeat tracks on the album. Really like those. Like I said, it's a good album. A lot of the songs they just kind of roll into one another. So from that aspect, I can kind of see how it was marketed to the New Age crowd, because I remember the music that was associated with that genre back in the 80s, and it kind of rolls into that. So I kind of get that. I might go check out a newer, a more recent Bruce Hornsby album. The more I read about him this afternoon, this may not have been the best option to listen to Bruce Hornsby. He has a huge catalog, so I might check out another Bruce Hornsby album or so. This one I probably won't listen to again. Those 2 songs, The Way It Is and Mandolin Rain, I already have those on other playlists, and the other Bruce Hornsby songs I know are on playlists. And those 2 that I liked, the other 2 that I liked, I don't know that they were worthy of me putting on playlists and keeping around. So if you're a Bruce Hornsby fan and you know another album I need to listen to get a better Bruce Hornsby experience, I'd love to know what it is. You might go listen to this album if you need something to play in the background. It's not overpowering that you won't be able to get your work done or do, it is just background music, is what it seems like at times. I was able to work all afternoon long and just have it kind of play in the background. So a little harmless, little kind of forgettable at times, but good stuff. Check it out. If you do, let me know what you think.